I talked to you guys about Dermaclara, and I had a lot of questions. So I wanted to just quickly go over what silicone patching is and how it's used in the beauty industry. And basically, so when you think of anti-aging, you think of things like Botox, fillers, retinols, things like that are really common and like really well known in this industry. Something that's less well known, but extremely effective, cost effective, and green in terms of like minimal waste because of the reusability of them are silicone patches. And they can be used just like you would use a filler or a retinol. And I'll kind of explain how they work too a little bit later. But Dermaclara is a company that creates silicone patches that are very smartly designed to fit in certain places on your body that are prone to wrinkling and fine lines. So how they're used is they come with a sticky side and a not sticky side. And so you peel this off and stick the patch wherever you want to reduce your fine lines and wrinkles, and you leave it on for 15 minutes. So if you're getting ready in the morning, you put these patches on, dry your hair, and then you do your makeup and all that. And what it does is it creates a microclimate where it pulls moisture up through the skin, increases blood flow, and plumps the skin just like a filler would, but naturally. And it's amazing. I encourage you, like if you're gonna try this, do a before picture of your fine lines and wrinkles, and then after you wear the patch for 15 minutes, do an after picture so you can see the difference in crow's feet and forehead wrinkles. These like frown lines right here, those are really becoming prominent on me. I'm not sure if I'm frowning a bunch or what, but they also, so they have facial patch kits that come with different shaped patches for those areas. And they just came out, this is a really exciting product. They just came out with a neck patch for fine lines and wrinkles on your neck. So you just put that on for 15 minutes, bam, you look younger. So that kind of answers how they work and where you would use them, which is basically anywhere you want to use them. They have other products too for scar reduction, scar prevention. Super exciting for me because I have trouble with my scarring of my C-section incision. And so they have a C-section patch that I've been wearing pretty much around the clock. And again, it's reusable. So you just keep it nice and clean. I actually hang on to the packaging and I store my patches in this packaging so it doesn't get like all hairy and dusty. But you do clean them too if you need to. Like if they're losing their stickiness, they have a nice cleaner that you can use and it just revives that adhesive side. So you can just keep reusing and reusing up to 30 times. But in addition to the C-section patch for the scar reduction, like prevention, you can also reduce the appearance of scars that have been there for years and years and years. So like, I'm talking stretch marks. If you had a surgery a long time ago and you have a really bad scar from that, throw a patch on it and see what happens. So they have body patches that are meant for that. They're larger and you can put them basically anywhere. So in pregnancy, it's really common to put them on the sides of your belly or on your hips, like hip thigh region. You can also put them on the, I believe it's called the décolleté area. So if you sleep on your side and you're getting wrinkles here, then you can put a silicone patch right there and it will prevent that from happening. Unlimited uses and clinically proven. So you can Google like silicone patching and it'll pull up studies of how well these things work in clinical trials up against the best anti-aging stuff in the industry. So Dermaclara is awesome. They've been partnering with me for a long time and I'm a huge fan. I love the people that are there too, which makes me just like feel really good about recommending this company. I've been using it for months and love it. And if you want to try it out too, they've given me a code. It's Rachel20. That's going to get you 20% off your entire order. So there's a link down in the description box below. And if you have any questions, then I encourage you to message me on Instagram because I probably won't see them here, but message me on Instagram or message Dermaclara directly on Instagram. They're great about replying. And yeah, let me know what you think. If you've gotten the patches in the past, let me know what you think if you've already tried them out. Thanks to Dermaclara for sponsoring this video. Welcome home.
I see Ritual, Probiotic, what's the other one?
Vitamin D.
Oh.
Hey Bear. Do you feel that breeze outside?
It's beautiful.
That's the winds are changing.
Thank God.
It is almost autumn. It's fall, y'all. We need a sign on our porch that says it's fall, y'all. We were talking to Jen, our friend from South Carolina, and she was making fun of the fact that Midwesterners, as soon as August 1st hits, it's like pumpkin spice. Oh, geez. Okay. Oh, this is not good. Is that the, yeah, you get one. Is that the one you want? Well, you didn't. I asked for your help finding the vlog camera, and you didn't want to help. So Lyndle did, and she earned a coin. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. So we have a mystery on our hands, and it's annoying me because now there's 3 things that I know I packed to come home from South Carolina, and they're not anywhere to be found. Eloise's medicine, which luckily I got her in to her dermatologist tomorrow. She has a follow-up appointment with her dermatologist. And I'm assuming they're gonna change the dose because she's like twice the size she was last time. I think she was 8 pounds last time.
Are you calling her fat?
No.
8 pounds.
And then, what was the other thing?
Oh.
Our brush. And a sunscreen that we had used one time, literally one time, like the good sunscreen, a full thing of it. And I know I put that in one of the suitcases too. And those 3 things are nowhere to be found. And it's frustrating because like I know I put them in there, and now it's like, are we forgetting about an entire suitcase that we checked? That's where I'm at, is like, did we just forget to grab one off of the conveyor belt and it has those 3 things among a lot of other things?
No.
It's totally possible.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Because we had 5 checked bags, so I got all 5.
Oh, okay. Then it's not
We had
possible.
3 orange, 1 pink, and 1 black.
Okay. Hey, Bear and Eloise. But it wouldn't be, it'd be really weird for somebody to steal an infant's medication and sunscreen and a brush, a frozen brush, out of a suitcase. But it wouldn't be the first time I've had stuff stolen out of a suitcase. When I was in college, oh my gosh, it's like, it still sickens me to think about it. When I was in undergrad, I purchased with like hard-earned money of my summer job, a MacBook Pro, and I had an iPad, I think, that I got for Christmas, and I checked it into a bag, and then obviously it got stolen out of my checked bag. And after that, like, anytime I told that story, everyone's like, oh yeah, you never check valuable items in a checked bag. And I was like, okay, obviously I know that now. Thank you though for telling me that. That kind of is like the cashier's check thing. We took a cashier's check for our van and just handed the keys and the title over, and then everyone was like, oh, you never do that until you find out that for sure that the check is cleared. Learned that the hard way too, but we ended up recovering the van. Did not get so lucky with the MacBook Pro and iPod. It was an iPod. Remember iPods? Back before our phone was the iPod?
So she's 1 foot 10 inches. Her weight is 11.99. So you might as well say 12 pounds.
12 pounder! 1 foot 10 inches. That sounds funny.
Yeah, because you know, that's something you don't really hear.
Yeah.
Even when we measure some.
So she's 1 foot something. I can't remember. 1 foot something inches. It was just on the last one. And 11.99 pounds. You're almost a 12 pounder. Yeah.
You get to sleep through the night now.
Yeah, that's when you start sleeping through the night. Actually, isn't that supposed to be at 10 pounds?
I always said 12.
Oh, okay. That's not gonna happen. No. It's not.
Yes, it is.
No.
Yes,
So technically if they feed and go right back to sleep, that means they're sleeping through the night.
Huh?
I guess if there's no like miscellaneous wakings where they're up for like a half an hour or
right.
randomly, then they're sleeping through the night. So if they're only waking to feed and going right back down, it's considered sleeping through the night.
Look how light her hair is. She's
That
gonna be
is.
blonde.
Aww. It is something today. She has a little bit of probably a nasolacrimal duct obstruction.
Yeah, I see that.
And so it gets kind of gummy in the morning. But it almost always resolves on its own. It's super common in babies. Almost always resolves by 6 months, but it's just a clog where the tears drain. And last night she spit up it looked like her entire feed, and it went into her eye.
I think she did that to me in South Carolina.
It was a lot.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
Goo.
It was just like a fountain out of her mouth. And I was sitting on I was tandem feeding them. So I was in the breastfeeding pillow, and it was just, I couldn't do anything. Because Ada was eating. I couldn't even move. I just had to let it happen. Whee! Walgreens. Okay, she's doing great. The spots are not growing, so that's a good thing. That's really the key. And from 3 to 6 months is when they start growing the fastest. Okay. So they're increasing her dose and increasing the amount. We'll see how it goes because she hates
flavoring it.
and flavoring it this time. Hopefully that helps. All right, Alicia, we're ready.
Let's go.
It is much later in the day. Well, I'm not sure why I'm talking like this. It's much later in the day. I am at the school bus because Brad and okay, I'm losing my hair. It's postpartum related. I don't know if I'm gonna lose my hair from COVID too. I guess that's a thing. Brad and I are on the hunt for some books. Have you talked?
Did you tell the vlog we're gonna get an RV? I'm gonna talk to Monty real quick.
Okay, he's gonna go talk to Monty.
Really long-winded though. It'll probably be like 5 minutes.
Is the bus unlocked? Can I get started?
Yeah.
Oh, why didn't you tell me that? So my mom is doing this church retreat weekend. I don't know if Brad's explained this yet. And she is what's called the head rector for this weekend. It is really unfortunate that it's lining up with how our family is right now, meaning like we have 2 small babies that I'm breastfeeding, and it's really hard to be away from them for an entire weekend at this stage, because mom is the head rector, and it would be really cool if we could be like what's called Rector A and Rector B, her 2 like side people that sit with her and help her with the weekend. This weekend was supposed to happen back in the summer of 2020, and it got postponed because of COVID. Then it got postponed again because of COVID. Then it got postponed again because of COVID, and now it's lining up. Like if it had happened the summer of 2020, it would have been the perfect situation. We just had Berend Lyndle, and Eloise was almost a year old because it was going to be in August or end of July, I think. Couldn't happen. So we have had the books that correspond to our role for the weekend since way before summer of 2020. Because
Don't you feel like it's finding a needle in a haystack?
yeah, she gave them to us probably in like, I don't know, February or March of 2020. Well,
Yeah, it's your mom's fault, not ours.
no, it's totally our fault, but like we've moved 3 times since then. And actually, we have had them where we knew where they were as recent as like 3 months ago, because they were in our bedroom at the cabin.
Right. Which makes me think that they're towards the front of the bus.
Right, it would have been like the last thing. We do have a tote that's all Curcio stuff, but like that was in the shop. This is great footage. So anyway, we're at the bus now. Mom's watching the babies. We have a very limited amount of time because I fed them before we left, and I'm gonna need to feed them again when they wake up from their naps. So we're gonna deadhead it through this stuff and see if we can find these books. What we want to be doing with our babysitter and free time.
Yeah, exactly.
But this is our fault. We should have. I don't know what we should have done.
We should have put them obviously somewhere where we.
Somewhere safe.
Right. Which makes me think that they're at the front of the bus because. Well, for
They were
one thing.
in our bedroom. I think they'll be with our bedroom stuff.
Well, yeah, but we already looked through all of our bedroom stuff.
I don't know.
Don't you miss this bus?
I do. This part probably stirs up like good memories for you because this was your
my baby.
your escape.
I can't wait to get back to her.
I'm so glad I just found this. The Faster Blaster 5000!
Faster Blaster 5000! Can you use that while you're breastfeeding?
I don't know.
Update. Do you feel like you're getting close?
No. I do for a second and then I feel like we couldn't be further.
Yeah, and then you get crushed. It's like everything in the back is all Christmas stuff. And then,
Not necessarily, like this one I thought was promising.
yeah, what is it?
It has like signs and decor and a pillow and a white blanket. Just kind of like a little bit random.
Gotcha. Yeah, so totally random. I really wish I would have had the camera out at the moment Rachel found the binders. She found them, yay! So if you can see that big red thing behind it and down under, it was in a bin way down there. I have no idea why. But she found it, thank God. We didn't get your reaction on the camera for when you found those.
I said that you're gonna want to kiss me. I told you that.
So are you,
Do you want to kiss me?
are you frying those steaks?
I'm not frying them, I'm just searing them and then I'm gonna cook them the rest of the time in the oven.
Gotcha.
We're playing this in Eloise's room on Halloween.
Haha, yep, sure do.
Halloween pumpkin. Hi, it's an Halloween
Pretty excited about it.
I feel like you
Yeah? How does it feel to just pee excellence every day?
It is pretty awesome. This thing is broken.
Oh, man.
Do we have another one? I feel like we have multiple.
Yeah, I do, but I don't know where it's at. Oh, very cool. So we just kind of like casually said, oh yeah, we're gonna buy an RV.
Right.
We both came to the realization that we really need to be out there. We need to be camping. And it was Rachel that brought it up, not me. And unfortunately, you know, the truth of the matter is, I'm not gonna have that bus done for at least a year.
Which we didn't think we would use it this year anyway.
Which we didn't.
We totally would.
Yeah, we would have used it already. Just because, you know, I think traveling out to South Carolina just kind of solidified it for us that, yeah, even though the babies are young, we'll still be just fine. You know, sleeping in weird places, and actually they may even be more flexible than the older kids.
It's better to do it now
Right.
and keep them used to it.
So, the thing we need to decide is, do we want to do, okay, I don't want to do a Class A.
What was the one that you sent me?
Class C.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. I guess if we want to back up a little bit, you're probably like, you guys are super indecisive. Why didn't you just keep what you had? We couldn't.
Could not do that.
So we needed to sell that anyway.
Yeah, because we don't fit in a pickup truck, and there's no SUVs or vans that would have towed how heavy our pull-behind trailer was.
There are. They're just impossible to get your hands on.
Exactly. It was just, it's easier to get a different RV than it would be to get a vehicle. So what we need to decide right now, we're probably going to, at some point, get the NV passenger van. So we need to decide, do we want to buy an NV passenger van and a pull-behind, or do we want to go Class C?
What's wrong with the one that you sent?
The Class C?
Yeah. We won't have a vehicle when we get there.
Exactly. We would need to tow.
I don't think that there's ever been a time that we like needed a vehicle. Except for when we go down for your drill, but I don't know.
Well, that's the thing. So if we go down to Springfield where I drill, we'd need a vehicle.
Well, we only did that like twice.
And
We
actually,
didn't-
I would probably leave the vehicle with you anyway and just take an Uber.
Exactly. Okay, so if we go to Springfield, there's nowhere to stay. So we have to go to like Branson, and then it's no closer than being here. So going camping on your drill weekends isn't really something that we did.
Yeah, that's true.
So, yeah.
So we'll see. We'll be looking at RV Trader and whatnot and trying to figure out what makes the most sense.
What about towing our golf cart? Is that something that,
Why would we do that?
because like at Pomme de Terre, which is a place that we like to camp,
Yeah.
Daddy, come see the
like to go
Okay.
swimming, to go to the beaches, it's like a golf cart right away.
Yeah, that's true. Do they allow golf carts in state parks?
No idea.
Bear, let's see your hit, buddy. So Bear has really taken a liking to the golf simulator, just like his dad. And so he wanted to show me this hit, which looks like it only went 14 yards. All right, so show me your hit, buddy.
I got a little sideways.
Oh, okay. Yeah, replay. Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
What'd you use to hit? Did you use a wedge?
Yeah, I used the iron.
Okay, all right. Well,
I
keep.
switched to the iron because it's not on any clubs.
Gotcha. Well, keep practicing.